We are going to continue our discussion of multiplication 2 by 2 digits today, and hopefully we can wrap it up today and move on in our next video. But let's do some more practice. All right, so let's do 27 times 36. Now, I grew up doing the standard algorithm, so I think the standard algorithm is the easiest way with a problem like this because there's no easy way to break this up for partial products. I mean, you can obviously do that, and you can definitely do the box method. Let's start off with the box method because I know a lot of you like that method. So 27 breaks up into 20 and 7, and 36 breaks up into 30 and 6. And I'm going to make our box, and I'm just going to put plus signs so we remember that the way we got 27 is by adding 20 and 7, and the way we got 36 is by adding 30 and 6. Now, I gave a little formative assessment just to see who actually understood this 2 by 2 digit multiplication before we left school, well, the physical school building, to my 5th graders, and nobody was able to show me that they understood this. Now, I think the reason that you weren't able to show me that you understand this is because when you do the box method, you got a lot of steps. You got to go here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got 4 steps within the box itself. And if any of your multiplication is wrong, your final answer is going to be wrong. And then you got to add all 4 numbers. So you've got a 5th step. Whereas here you can argue the same thing, I guess, but I don't know. It's just easier for me because that's the way I've always done it. However, let's go ahead and do this box method. So 30 times 20, 3 times 2 is 6, and we add your 1, 2 zeros. So 1, 2. Now 6 times 20, 6 times 2 is 12. We add your 1 0, 120. 6 times 7 is 42. And 3 times 7 is 21. Sorry. And we add your 1 0 that's on the 30, so our answer to that would be 210. Now you've got to add all those numbers up. And this is the way I like to do it just because it makes it easier. I like to go across. 600 plus 210 is 810. And the reason I know that, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, and 6 plus 2 is 8. Now, 42 plus 120 is 162. So if we add those together, we get 972. So now let's do that by the standard algorithm and see if we get the same thing. 7 times 6 is 42. Carry the 4. 2 times 6 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16, 162. Now remember, we put a 0 here, and because we put a 0 here, we're done with the 6. Now 7 times 3 is 21. Put down the 1, carry the 2. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Now, I'm not sure if you're making the connection here. You're going to get the same answer, and here's why you're going to get the same answer. Because if you look here, 810, 810, 162, 162. So let's just finish it out. 2, 7, 9. 972, just like we got over here. Now, while we were talking, I was thinking, and I think this could be an easier way for you, and this is the partial products method that I was talking about, and it'll help, hopefully. If it doesn't, you don't have to do it. So we can do this the other way too, because multiplication can be done either way. 36 times 27 or 27 times 36. But so we've got our 27. Let's break 36 up into 30 and 27 times 6. So these are both times. Now, the reason that this is going to be easier, here we've got a straight 2-digit by 1-digit, which we worked on last week. So 7 times 6 is 42. Carry the 4. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 4 is 16. Now, the reason that this is easier, if you remember, I was talking to you about, this is essentially a 2 by 1 digit. Because this 0, you can add on at the end. So you don't even need to worry about that 0. So all you need to focus on is a 3. 7 times 3 is 21. Put down the 1, carry the 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 810. Now, we can make that connection again. We've got 810 here. We've got 162 right here. So, I already know that we're going to get the same answer. But let's just check it out. 162. 279. So, there's your 3 ways, standard algorithm, partial products, and like we did a minute ago, the box method. Now, like I said, any of these methods are fine. You get the same answer every time. But I just caution you, the more steps you add, the more you really have to concentrate on the problem, and the more likely it is that you could mess up on the problem. So let's do one more. This time, let's introduce a 3-digit by 2-digit. And I'm using 36 again. It's ironic. But I'm going to show you why this is actually kind of the same, kind of like the same thing. You're just going to get a little bit bigger number. So we can do this the standard way. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 7 times 6 is 42. 42 plus 1 is 43. Carry the 4. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 4 is 16. Now, we're done with the 6. So to show that we're done with the 6, we have to put a 0 down here. Now we start here. 3 times 2 is 6. 7 times 3 is 21. Put down the 1, carry the 2. Not to be confused with the 4 that you carried earlier. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8. So now we add. 2 plus 0 is 2. 3 plus 6 is 9. 6 plus 1 is 7. And 1 plus 8 is 9. Now, if we want to put our comma, we count 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3, and we put our comma right here. So our answer is 9,792. Now, we can do that by the box method, but here's where I caution you. This is going to get a lot harder by the box method. We do three numbers by 2 numbers, it's going to get a lot harder. And if we do three numbers by 3 numbers, which we're going to start on probably later this week, it's going to get a whole lot harder. So I caution you. But just because I know you kids like the box method, let's do the box method. So we're going to break 272 down into 270 and 2, and then 30 and 6. And we've got a really long box. So 300 or 30 times 200. We multiply the first numbers, 6, then add all 3 of your zeros. 6 times 200, we multiply the first 2 numbers, and then add your 2 zeros. 30 times 70, we multiply the first 2 numbers and add your 2 zeros, 2100. 6 times 70, 420. 6 times 2 is 12. And 30 times 2 is 60. Now, as you can see, why that's so tough. However, if you want to do it that way, then be my guest. So I'm not gonna write all these numbers because well, one, I don't know if I'm gonna have room. So I'm gonna figure it out in my head. 8160, which for my smart people, which you all are, we can make the connection that we have 8160 here and here. And now one, 6, 1, 2. And I must have done something wrong. Yes, I did. And this is why I caution you to use this method. 2 plus 1 is 3. So we add these, and again we've got this number right there. So if we add these, we get 2, 9, 7, 9, which is the same thing we got here. So we did this by the box method. But as you can see, I feel like that we did a lot more work over here. However, if you like it, be my guest. Well, not only if you like it, if you can follow your work. Because if you can't follow your work, you're going to make it hard on yourself. So let's rewrite it using the partial products method. 30 to 72 times 6. Okay, so we'll do the single digit first. 12, carry the 1, 3, carry the 4, 16. And as you can see, that's what we got right here. Here, we're just going to drop the 0 and add that later. 6, 1, 8. And as you can see, that's what we got right here. So, I showed you the partial products method, the box method, and the standard algorithm for a 3-digit by 2-digit. So, we'll probably touch on that. We'll definitely touch on the 3-digit by 2-digit a little bit more. I'm hoping to get you out of the habit of using the box method. I know the box method is somewhat appealing. It's fun because you get to draw, I guess. But the fun runs out when you don't get the correct answer. So I'm trying to help you get the correct answer. I know math isn't always fun, but that's school, and once you go through school and you get to where I am, not to sound arrogant, you'll realize the benefits of sitting through class and not having fun. When I was in college, I had classes that started at 7:30 in the morning. So once you get to college, the fun really stops. But not for all classes. I had some fun classes, but keep with your multiplication. Try the standard algorithm or the partial products, because I think that you're really going to have trouble with the box method, especially on down the line. So keep practicing, keep trying to memorize, learn your multiplication facts, and I'll see you next time, guys.